Hey, have you ever noticed something lately? So you open the LinkedIn, someone says UX is dead. So you open YouTube, someone says AI has replaced the designers. So you open Reddit, people are saying don't learn UX anymore. So a few days ago, I uploaded a video about our AI UX bootcamp. So one student commented, "Sir, the UX market is already broken. Companies don't need UX designers anymore." So first of all, thank you for leaving that kind of a comment. Seriously, I love comments like this because instead of pretending everything is perfect, we get to have an honest conversation. But instead of replying in one comment, I thought let's talk about it properly. So, not based on the fear, not based on the viral LinkedIn post, not based on someone else's opinion. So, I am going to share what I am personally observing after mentoring thousands of designers, speaking with the hiring managers, startup founders, alumni, and enterprise companies. And after this video, you can decide whether UI is really dead. Section 1, the question everyone is asking. So let me ask you something. Yesterday, I saw another post saying AI has killed UX. So a few hours later, I received a call from a company looking for UX designers. So now tell me, if UX is really dead, who are they hiring? Someone doesn't add up. So where is the confusion? So I don't think people are asking the right question. So the real question isn't is UX dead? The real question is, has the expectations from UX designers changed? And my answer is absolutely yes. Section 2, Instagram story. See, imagine Instagram launching a new feature tomorrow. So today AI can generate 30 UI screens, Cursor can build it, Lovable can create a working prototype. Amazing. So now let me ask you one question. Who decided that this feature should exist in the first place? Who understood the user problem? Who prioritized this feature over 10 other ideas? Who decided this was worth building? AI didn't. Someone had to. So that is where UX starts. So AI can build faster. UX decides whether you are building the right thing. So that is the difference many people are missing. Section 3, what I'm seeing in the market. So over the last few months, I have spoken with the hiring managers from product companies, software companies, design agencies, enterprise organizations, and startup founders. Something interesting came out of almost every conversation. Nobody said we don't need UX designers. Instead, they kept asking, we are struggling to find the designers who can think. So think about that. So not people who knows 10 AI tools, people who understand the problems, people who can make the decisions, people who can explain their thinking. That expectation has become much higher. Section 4, enterprise with startups. So here is another interesting observation. So enterprise companies are still asking the same question they have asked for years. Why did you make this decision? What problem were you solving? What alternatives did you consider? How did you validate it? So they are okay if you used AI. But don't ask AI to answer those questions for you because that is your job. So now let's look at the startups. So startups are completely different. So many founders tell me, I don't have 6 weeks for research. Idea today, prototype tomorrow. So they expect designers to move fast. Research with the AI, generate ideas with the AI, create multiple design directions, build functional prototypes. Sometimes even use vibe coding. So the expectation is speed. But here is the mistake many people they make. Speed doesn't replace the thinking, it only amplifies it. So if your thinking is good, AI makes you faster. If your thinking is weak, AI helps you make mistakes faster. Section 5, the Ferrari analogy. See, this reminds me of something. So imagine someone buys a Ferrari car. So it's a beautiful car, powerful engine, top speed. Now imagine they have never learned driving. What happens at the first sharp turn? Exactly, the problem isn't the Ferrari, the problem is the driver. So AI is exactly like that. So today, everyone has access to Ferrari level of tools: Cursor, Lovable, ChatGPT, Claude, Figma AI, right? But very few people are learning how to drive. First, learn control, then learn the speed. That is how professionals grow. Section 6, what I am seeing among students. See, let me share something I have personally observed. Our students learn almost the same curriculum, same mentors, same similar projects, same portfolio standards. Then why do some students get interviews much faster? It wasn't because they designed prettier screens. It was because they become visible. They built LinkedIn, they networked, they shared work, they commented on the industry post, they reached out to the recruiters. They participated in the discussions. The market cannot hire someone it doesn't know exists, right? So that's one observation. So here is another. Some students build really good projects. Then I ask them, walk me through your case study. So within 2 minutes, they become nervous because interviews are not for portfolio competitions. They are the conversations. So companies don't hire the screens. They hire the people who can explain why those screens exist. So communication has become one of the biggest differentiations. Section 7, the AI trap. So this is something I am seeing more often. Students are using AI to build the portfolios. Everything looks polished, personas, journeys, research, flows, case studies, beautiful. Then I ask one simple question: why this solution? Why this flow? Why this future? They remain silent. So not because they are bad designers, because they trusted AI's answer before developing their own thing. So, and that is very dangerous. So AI gives confidence very quickly, sometimes too quickly. Section 8, what alumni are telling me. So our alumni are now working across the different companies. Almost everyone uses AI, but not the way social media tells you. So they are using AI to remove the repetitive works. So they are using for generate the documentations, explore more ideas, compare the different design directions, increase their productivity, not replace the thinking. So interestingly, a few of our alumni are now part of the interview panel. So do you know what they are looking for? Not the longest prompt, not the newest AI tool. So problem solving, logical thinking, design decisions, communications, the fundamentals having disappeared. So the tools have changed. Section 9, my opinion. So here is my personal opinion. So AI will never replace the design thinking process. So AI will never replace the logical reasoning. AI will never replace the product judgment. Can it accelerate the process? Absolutely. Should it? Absolutely. But insights, trade-offs, prioritization, those still require the human judgment. Think about riding a bike. You may start with a 100cc bike, then move to a 150 or 200cc, then you move to a bullet, then maybe a super bike. The vehicle changes, but balance doesn't, control doesn't, the fundamentals don't. So AI is just another vehicle. So learn to ride first, then choose how fast you want to go. Section 10. So is UX dead? No, the role hasn't disappeared. The expectations have changed. Companies aren't looking for the people who can simply draw screens anymore. They are looking for designers who can think, designers who understand the users, designers who understand the businesses, designers who communicate clearly. So, designers who know when to trust AI and when to challenge it. So that is the future. And honestly, this is exactly why we introduced the AI UX bootcamp at Aspira. Not because AI replaces the designers, but because we don't want the designers to fear AI. We want them to understand it. So use it responsibly, speed up the execution without compromising the thinking. So that is the goal. All right. So I will leave you with one final thought. So 20 years ago, designers competed with other designers. Today, designers compete with AI. Tomorrow, designers who know AI will compete with the designers who don't. But here is what gives me confidence. Technology has always changed tools. It has rarely changed the human behavior. So as long as we are building the products for the people, someone still has to understand the people, and that is why I don't think UX is disappearing. So I think it's growing up. If you have a different opinion, I'd genuinely love to hear it from you. So leave it in the comments. So let's have a very healthy discussion because these conversations make all of us better designers. Soon I will see you in the next video.